Hi guys, Robert here again. So in this video, let's talk about, and what I wrote, about the video, a highly motivated person will always find time, right? And the key to that is to find your why, right? So let me explain. So a highly motivated person, if that's you will always find time to do whatever's necessary, right? We all have very busy lives. We all have, jobs and maybe side projects. Maybe we have kids and spouses and things you have to do on a daily basis, right? But if you are trying to achieve something, right? You have to find that time, right? To take the steps necessary, even to begin, right? It doesn't have to be huge, but when you take a baby step, the momentum, right? You're going to be like, okay, this isn't so bad. And then you take the next step and the next step and the next step, right? So we can find a lot of excuses, right? Why we can't do something. We don't have the time and we don't have the resources, right? But that's a lot of the time that's not true, right? Because sometimes, let's talk about resources, it doesn't take that much to whatever you want to start, right? And even if you have big goals at the beginning, it doesn't take a lot, right, for that first step, right? And then you're going to figure out the next step and the next step, right? But a lot of the times we'll use those things as excuses, right? We don't have the resources, I can't start, I need this equipment, or I need, that's not true, right? Because like you're telling yourself, you're keeping yourself safe and in your little bubble because it's uncomfortable to start something new. It's uncomfortable to put yourself, in uncomfortable situations, right? Out of your comfort zone, right? The second part is you will always, have the excuse of not having enough time, right? But if you take some accountability, right, and you maybe take inventory of everything you do every day, you will notice how much you waste time, right? Whether that's I don't know, it may be different for you, right? Maybe just, watching TV, or scrolling through some articles you're reading or whatever. You will start to see how much time is wasted, right? So a lot of people most of the time say, I don't have time, I have busy life, this, but when you actually take inventory of everything that you do every day, you see how you could have used that in a purposeful way, right? And now all of a sudden you find like, oh no, I did have an extra hour to maybe work on my goals or a side project or something. So a lot of the times we'll come up with those false kind of beliefs, which are not even true, that you don't have the time, you don't have the resources. When you really take stuff into account, you have both, right? So another thing why a lot of people fail, even before they start, is they don't have a good why, right? So you need to have a good why you're doing something, not to do it just to do it, right? What is the real motivation behind it, right? Because the level of the motivation behind it, the reason, will determine how much effort you put into it, and you will move your schedule, you will move whatever you have to do to get it done, right? So do you want to, like start a side business or something because you want to maybe, travel with your family, right? Or maybe you want to retire your spouse, right? Or maybe you want to help out your parents that, are getting older and they may need help, right? Those are huge whys. And when you have huge whys, right, you will find the time, you will find the resources, and it will push you, right? Because that why is so big. You will move, like they say, that you will move mountains, right, to make it happen. And a lot of people, I feel like, don't have those whys, or if they have a why, it's very, very small. Like I mentioned in my previous video, think big and think to what is the core reason why you're doing something, right? Is it, like, I'll give you an example. In all my videos, I try to use examples from my real life, not just, talk about these concepts, but use examples from my real life, because whatever I have learned, I have also practiced. I have also looked back on my life to see whether things work that way, right? And I always notice if I gave myself an excuse, like, oh, I didn't have time for this. Yes, I did, because I wasted a lot of time doing other stuff which is not important. um, and a lot of times, like I said, those whys aren't big enough. So create something big and look around your life and really sit down and think about why you want to create something, right? When I started this video, right, going back to my example, making these videos, it wasn't, like to, create wealth or something. I generally, for years now have been learning about these concepts, practicing these concepts, right? Thinking about these concepts almost not every day, because obviously every day, but every minute of every day. And then you think about why you want to do it, right? I had this big inclination to take action and share these things, right? And maybe help people that need to hear something that I'm speaking about, right? Just like I think I mentioned in one of my first or second or third videos, how I used to watch other people's videos, and when I was going through stuff, I would watch a video and I would get an aha moment, right? And something would click, something would motivate me to keep going, something would like inspire me, and that's what I want to do through these videos for others, right? And let's say like I put out a video and it helps one person, right? Eventually I hope to have a bigger audience, but let's say it helps that one person. I knew that's what I wanted to do years ago, right? But it took me so long to even post the first video, right? And I talk about this in my other video, kind of why and how you sabotage yourself, and you don't see a way, kind of like how you would do it, right? But like I said, when your why is big enough, and you want to inspire people and share stories to help them and provide their aha moments, like it was for me, then you're going to find time. You're going to find resources to do it. So I hope this helps, and please like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna have a lot more videos covering topics such as this one and others, and I genuinely hope to help you guys in some way, maybe inspire you, maybe say something that will resonate with you and will propel you to do something different or maybe think differently. Okay, so thanks for watching and see you in the next one.